Welcome to Poetry Palace TV, episode 57. I am Tom Beal, and this is based on my Diary of a Poet series. We are reading from volume 18, Internal Revolutions. It is a book of daily verse to my late wife, Little Linda May, that I started just after she passed on January 20th, 2020. She was the love of my life for almost 19 years, and it shattered my heart to hold her hand as she stopped breathing. I do not know anything about this 50 shades of grieving I seem to have entered, but some of the people around me think that I should share it, so here I am. I truly hope that something in these words touches your heart and helps in some way. PoetryPalaceGiftShop.com is a different kind of gift shop. It is a gift shop where I give you the gift of my life's work of poetry. Please feel free to read at your own pace there. I was talking to Georgia Marquis, who is the producer, this morning, and I did 8 episodes last week, and it was the first time since February, this is December 24, that I did any shows, and I picked up this societal norm of pretending you can do anything, and that's what I do. I pretend I can do anything and don't realize how much stuff affects me, especially so last week I did 80 poems from early 21, which was just about the 1-year anniversary and beyond, and I had messed up my unemployment. I lived through the winter with no money, and it was not a great time. And this past week I just noticed mood swings and this and that, and reacclimate to the fact that I can't do anything. I can do the best I can. I can do, I can do this, sit in front of a camera and read, and I don't know how well I do that. So I also read everything that I'm going to read today the other night, and I think that just boosted it. I went to karaoke. I was in a bad mood, and I couldn't figure it out. And I think that's it. I read another 25 or so poems just to make sure I could read them better on the camera for you. So anyway, this morning I wrote my daily poem in the midst of my routine. 10 December 24, number 3081. Rereading the poetry before studio time seemed like a no-brainer to me, even though I have known how exhausting these sessions have been right from the very start. Not sure if I really want the world to hear your poems, or I just want to set them free. But somehow this start to my day and the journals it fills have found a place in my heart. We can pick up where we were. Number 1646, 13 May, 21. It was so important to pot the new seedlings that I stayed up late. Maybe the desire to honor your memory has helped me to find my drive. I do not believe that it would be a very ironic twist of fate if poems about you once... I'm just going to restart this whole poem. Number 1646, 13 May, 21. It was so important to pot the new seedlings that I stayed up late. Maybe the desire to honor your memory has helped me to find my drive. I do believe that it would be a very ironic twist of fate if poems about how you once loved me is how I learned better to be alive. Number 1647, 14 May, 21. Bob forgot to put me on the schedule, and I just had to call. Another day for prepping the gardens would have been very nice. I can't see how keeping the Queen's gardens can be bad for me at all, but maybe those on the other side of grief better see the price. If eternal is part of the scheme of things, then you are not far gone. An overview of my life puts you as an angel in disguise. I certainly would not want to stop honoring you as I move on. And maybe the beautiful flowers are a self-love exercise. Number 648. 15 May 21. So I bought a Subaru yesterday, thinking of you. Have 4 vanity plates, so maybe I should get one more. Some folks might not like she died, so I guess that just won't do. Just owning a Forester shows I never know the score. The way you admired Lauren's is what closed the deal, or being at Phillips where I bought the red truck from. Though My Queen and Hot Mimi would certainly make it real, down the road it might just be a fraction of total sum. A new slate could remind me that the future holds much more. Ghosted might best explain the way I feel deep in my heart. Miss you could be the Ouija message always on the tour. Half man might be the most honest way to explain my part. Miss-U was what I got. Number 1649, 16 May 21. Finally got my first 60-hour week at work and I am wiped. Almost looks like I cannot get the gardens planted, but I will. Your gardens were for ashes and therapy, and now they get me hyped. The overwhelming part is because I am building them still. The wall along the clothesline and the brick borders take a lot of time. The new softer soil means screening and mixing and digging holes. I love kneeling on your garden pad while I do my work in mime. Somehow, from winter plant to autumn bloom, the whole of it consoles. Number 1650, 17 May 21. Finished edging around the clothesline garden yesterday in the heat. Surprised I got that done as there was so much in a day to do. Went to bed without making lunch snacks, feeling accomplished and beat. Guess I can get a lot done without the hug and kiss from you. Number 1651, 18 May 21. Forgot both phones in the dump truck last night. Did not even realize it until I was almost home. Not posting your picture does not feel right. But I'm free for a moment from the multimedia dome. I cannot forget, but I can move on. The clock has been ticking, and there have been changes being made. But mostly inside, echoes of you're gone, even when I'm remembering the times that we had played. Number 1652, 19 May 21. Add watering the gardens daily to the 60-hour weeks is tough. And I can see that next year the clean and weed needs to be done by May. Watching one more rose bush planted in our kingdom is a little bit rough. And maybe forget-me-nots and bleeding hearts were meant to be the way. 2 of the 4 shrubs we planted across the dam are really starting to grow. And I still feed the birds who place their thank yous on the picnic table. This outliving the love of your life is a fairly hard thing to get to know. Yet somehow finding the love of your life leaves you willing and able. Number 1653, 20 May 21. I wrote a check to the town for all the registrations due. I have to head up to Chichester tonight to pick up the truck. But it is junk, so I'll need another, then the Subaru. The list of possible vanity plates leaves it up to luck. I had the hardest time surviving until I came to you. And 16 months later, I have no idea what brought such change. All I know is that I am empty and the world is new, and that once living my life with you would have seemed very strange. Number 1654. 21 May, 21. The pickup holds memories of us together, so it sucks to see it go. I suppose the heart is a treasure chest, and there is no time. In the final analysis, it is the love that you let me get to know. The adventures that gave our beautiful life its rhythm and rhyme. Number 1655. 22 May, 21. I am hoping to test drive a Tundra today, and I can feel your smile. A couple more weeks with the Chevy and another vehicle we shared is gone. I turned on your crystal and realize I have not cried in a while. I guess whether we do it on purpose or hold every thread, we move on. Rathers and wishes don't mean very much when life has decided it's time. But this pandemic isolation has certainly had an effect on my brain. The tick of the clock carries you further away, and it should be a crime. It is not without sadness I realize that I have gotten used to the pain. Number 1656. 23 May, 21. I started planting seedlings yesterday because they were wilting on the porch. It is good to know that the nursery is right down the street if I need. I guess the gardens are my way of continuing to carry the torch and maybe to dig in your ashes so I no longer have to bleed. Pandemic pricing and capitalistic insanity have changed my ways. If I could wish, I would wish that you could come with me to look at new trucks. 16 months later, I try to field what life throws me, but mostly still in daze. I want to be better, but I am just different, and grief is in flux. Number 1657. 24 May, 21. So it is long gone from what you... So it is long gone from you, but I got the truck I wanted. In the journal, I just wrote about taking your crystal for a ride. I do not think I could have dreamt of any better haunted, just like I could not have even fantasized about a better bride. Number 1658. 25 May, 21. A bit of unforeseen work for the caddy and getting the last bike, with Monday at 13 plus hours and 2 registrations to go. Looks like a day for pedaling because it is too long of a hike. I'm sure you would have liked the bicycle idea some years ago. You spent much of life caring for me, but there was dread in giving a ride. Would rather have asked for a kidney than help in picking up a car. Just 2 one-hour trips for $4,000 and you almost cried. But that Goldwing you bought and sold to me took us on adventures so far. 16 months ago, holding your hand while you stopped breathing was the worst. But I have now gotten to where I can think of it dry-eyed somehow, where I see it as an intimate blessing instead of being a curse. But oh, how my heart longs to just hold your hand for a minute more now. Thank you very much for joining me for this episode of Poetry Palace TV. I hope there was something that caught your ear, and feel free to check out the website, and we will see you again. Goodbye.